Bolivia is a land of breathtaking landscapes, ancient civilizations, and chilling ghost stories. In this video, we uncover the 10 most haunted places in Bolivia, where restless spirits, eerie whispers, and terrifying apparitions lurk in the shadows. From cursed monasteries to deadly roads, these locations are not for the faint of heart. Are you brave enough to explore them with us? Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear might just haunt you forever. 1. San Pedro Prison, La Paz. In the heart of La Paz stands San Pedro Prison, a place unlike any other. Unlike conventional prisons, San Pedro functioned as a self-governing society where inmates bought their own cells, ran businesses, and lived with their families. But beneath this bizarre system lurked something far more sinister: whispers of the dead. Former prisoners tell stories of shadowy figures drifting through the dimly lit hallways at night. The most chilling tale is that of El Hombre Sin Rostro, the faceless man. Guards and inmates alike have reported seeing a tall, hooded figure lurking in the darkest corners. Those who locked eyes with him either disappeared or went insane, muttering incomprehensible words before taking their own lives. Visitors brave enough to sneak into the prison after dark have felt unseen hands grab at them and heard desperate cries echoing through the empty cells. Some say it's the ghosts of those who were murdered within these walls, their spirits trapped in an endless cycle of suffering. Even after its closure, San Pedro Prison remains one of Bolivia's most terrifying locations, a place where the past refuses to rest. 2. Hotel Torino, La Paz. Nestled in the historic center of La Paz, Hotel Torino is a grand yet eerie structure, its faded elegance hiding chilling secrets. Built over a century ago, this hotel has welcomed countless guests, but not all of them have left. Travelers checking into room 17 often wake up in the dead of night to the sound of soft whispers, as if someone is standing beside their bed. Some have reported feeling an invisible presence pressing down on their chest, paralyzing them with fear. Others have seen the shadowy figure of a woman in an old-fashioned dress roaming the hallways, her hollow eyes peering into rooms before vanishing into thin air. Legend has it that many years ago, a woman was brutally murdered in one of the rooms. The crime was never solved, and her tormented soul is said to linger, seeking justice. Staff members refuse to speak about her, but their uneasy glances and hurried steps through the dark corridors tell a different story. The walls of Hotel Torino seem to whisper forgotten tragedies, and those who dare to stay the night often leave with an unsettling feeling, sometimes with scratches they cannot explain. 3. Cementerio General, La Paz. By day, Cementerio General in La Paz is a place of remembrance, with towering mausoleums and colorful murals honoring the dead. But as the sun sets, shadows grow longer, and the air turns heavy with something unseen. Locals believe that when darkness falls, the spirits trapped within its walls begin to stir. Many have reported eerie encounters while wandering the cemetery at night. Disembodied whispers drift through the air, calling out names in voices that seem both near and far. Others have seen shadowy figures standing motionless among the graves, only to vanish when approached. The most terrifying tale is that of El Niño Fantasma, the ghostly child. According to legend, a young boy was buried here decades ago, but his restless spirit refuses to stay underground. Visitors often see him running between the tombs, laughing playfully, until he turns to reveal his hollow, lifeless eyes. Some claim he even follows them home, his tiny footsteps echoing in empty hallways. Guards refuse to patrol certain areas alone, and those who dare to enter after midnight often leave pale and shaken, whispering the same warning: the dead do not rest here. 4. Jesuit Missions of Chiquitos, Santa Cruz Department. Deep in the Santa Cruz Department, the Jesuit Missions of Chiquitos stand as breathtaking relics of a bygone era. These ornate churches, built in the 17th and 18th centuries, were meant to bring faith and salvation to the indigenous people. But beneath their beauty lies an unsettling truth: whispers of spirits that never left. Visitors walking through the old stone corridors often feel an unseen presence, as if someone is watching them from the shadows. Some report hearing faint chanting late at night, an eerie echo of Jesuit priests long deceased. The most chilling encounters, however, involve los monjes sin rostro, the faceless monks. Legends tell of priests who vanished without a trace, their fates unknown. Today, ghostly figures in hooded robes are seen gliding silently through the churches, their faces featureless. Locals believe they are cursed souls, trapped between worlds for sins long forgotten. Musicians playing in the church have spoken of organ keys pressing down on their own, forming ghostly melodies with no earthly source. Even skeptics leave with an unshakable feeling that within these sacred walls, something ancient and restless still lingers. 5. Tiwanaku Ruins. Tiwanaku. Standing in eerie silence on the high plains of Bolivia, the Tiwanaku ruins are the remnants of a civilization long lost to time. Once a thriving city of the pre-Columbian world, this ancient site is filled with unanswered mysteries and, according to legend, spirits that refuse to fade into history. Archaeologists and visitors alike have reported strange occurrences while exploring the ruins. The most terrifying story is that of Los Guardianes de Piedra, the Stone Guardians. Locals believe that the monolithic statues scattered across Tiwanaku are not just carvings, but petrified warriors, cursed to stand watch for eternity. Some claim to have seen the statues shift ever so slightly when no one is looking. Others speak of the whispering winds, an eerie phenomenon where the wind carries voices speaking in an unknown language. Some believe these are the echoes of the lost Tiwanaku people, warning intruders to leave. Nighttime at Tiwanaku is the most unsettling. Figures in ancient clothing have been seen walking among the ruins, disappearing into thin air when approached. Many believe the spirits of Tiwanaku are still here, guarding their sacred city from those who dare to disturb its secrets. 6. The Witches' Market, La Paz. In the heart of La Paz, hidden among narrow streets and ancient buildings, lies the Witches' Market, a place where dark rituals and whispered spells linger in the air. Here, merchants sell everything from dried animal fetuses to mysterious potions, claiming to hold the power of the spirits. But not all spirits are willing to be controlled. Visitors often speak of an oppressive energy hanging over the market, as if unseen eyes are watching from the shadows. The most chilling legend is that of La Mujer de Negro, the woman in black. Vendors warn that she appears after midnight, dressed in mourning clothes, her face hidden beneath a veil. Those who dare to follow her through the darkened streets never return the same. Some are found days later, wandering in a trance, whispering in an unknown language. Others simply vanish. Even the locals avoid certain stalls, claiming they are cursed by spirits angered by the black magic performed there. Those who purchase certain objects, especially cursed dolls, often experience terrifying nightmares and unexplained whispers in their homes. The Witches' Market is not just a place of business. It is a gateway between the living and the dead, where the line between reality and the supernatural is dangerously thin. 7. Palacio de Gobierno, La Paz. Standing in the heart of La Paz, the Palacio de Gobierno, also known as the Burned Palace, is a grand symbol of power, but its walls hide dark secrets. Built in the 19th century, The palace has witnessed political turmoil, assassinations, and violent uprisings. Many believe the spirits of those who met their end here still haunt its corridors. One of the most terrifying legends is that of President Gualberto Villarroel, who was lynched and hanged from a lamppost outside the palace in 1946. To this day, guards report hearing the echo of his final screams in the dead of night. Some have even seen his spectral figure staring down from the palace balcony, as if reliving his tragic fate. The most dreaded room in the palace is the Hall of Mirrors. Many staff members refuse to enter alone, claiming that the reflections sometimes move on their own, showing glimpses of shadowy figures that aren't really there. Some have even felt an invisible presence standing behind them, breathing cold air down their necks. Despite its beauty, Palacio de Gobierno is a place where history refuses to be forgotten, and where the spirits of Bolivia's past still linger, waiting in the darkness. 8. The Death Road, Yungas Road. Carved into the cliffs of the Yungas region, the Death Road, or Camino de la Muerte, is infamous for its treacherous terrain and the thousands of lives it has claimed. The narrow, winding path, barely wide enough for a single vehicle, is surrounded by sheer drops into the abyss below. But those who survive the dangerous journey say there's more to fear than just the road itself. Drivers and cyclists speak of La Llorona de Yungas, a spectral woman who appears in the mist. Dressed in white, she stands motionless by the roadside, her face hidden beneath her long, wet hair. Those who stop to offer help never reach their destination. Witnesses claim to have seen their vehicles veer off the road as if pulled by an unseen force. Even more unsettling are the voices. At night, travelers have heard desperate cries echoing through the mountains, pleas for help from souls lost to the cliffs. Some drivers report feeling an unseen hand grip their shoulder, or their steering wheel turning against their will, as if the spirits of the dead are trying to drag them down. The Death Road is more than just dangerous. It is cursed, a place where the spirits of the lost never stop searching for company. 9. Potosí. Mines. Potosí. Beneath the towering Cerro Rico mountain in Potosí, a labyrinth of tunnels stretches deep into the earth, a place of unimaginable suffering. For centuries, the Potosí mines have swallowed the lives of thousands of workers, many of whom perished in the darkness, never to see the light again. Their spirits, it is said, still roam the mines, bound by tragedy. Miners speak in hushed tones about El Tío, the demonic guardian of the underworld. Statues of this horned deity sit deep within the tunnels, covered in offerings of cigarettes, alcohol, and coca leaves. But even these tributes do not always keep his wrath at bay. Some workers have reported seeing El Tío moving in the darkness, his glowing red eyes watching from the shadows. Others claim to hear whispers in Quechua, the voices of long-dead miners warning them to turn back before it's too late. More terrifying still are the restless souls of the fallen. Many who have entered the mines alone report feeling unseen hands grasping at them, as if the spirits are trying to pull them deeper into the abyss. Some never return. The Potosí mines are not just a place of history, they are a graveyard where the dead still whisper and where El Tío watches, waiting for his next victim. 10. La Recoleta Monastery, Sucre. Perched atop a hill overlooking Sucre, La Recoleta Monastery is a place of history, faith, and ghostly whispers. Founded in the 16th century, this sacred site has witnessed centuries of devotion, but it has also absorbed something else: the restless souls of those who once walked its halls. Visitors describe an unsettling silence within the monastery, broken only by the occasional sound of footsteps echoing through empty corridors. The most chilling encounters involve the ghostly nuns, spectral figures seen gliding through the candlelit hallways at night. Their faces remain hidden beneath their veils, and those who try to approach them find themselves paralyzed by an overwhelming sense of dread. Some visitors have reported hearing faint prayers drifting through the chapel, only to find it completely empty. Others claim to have seen the shadow of a monk kneeling before the altar, only for him to vanish when they blink. Even the monks who still live here refuse to speak about the strange occurrences, their wary glances hinting at a truth too terrifying to share. La Recoleta is not just a historical landmark. It is a place where the past lingers, where unseen eyes watch from the shadows, and where the echoes of the dead never fade. These chilling stories prove that Bolivia is home to more than just history and culture. Its ghosts and dark legends still walk among us. Which haunted location creeped you out the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you want more terrifying tales, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There are more haunted places waiting to be explored, if you dare.